good in there. Um, so let's get started laying on the back. If you have a blanket or towel or like anything kind of with a little bit of weight to it, we can lay it over top of the thighs and the hips, or you can lay it over top of the chest. So whichever one is calling to you. I have to grab a blanket. Give me 1 second. I was not as prepared this morning as I usually am. And you know, as my longtime students know, and I talk about this a lot, when it gets really windy like this outside, it can have can impact us in a way that makes it a little bit harder for us to stay focused. It can make you a little bit spacier. This is 100% true for me. It may ring true for some of you. So when it gets like this outside and we have these like high wind warnings, you may find that it's a little bit harder for you to stay on track for the day. Or get places on time, or remember your blankets or your keys. So if that's you, be gentle with yourself today, because it's not your fault. It's just all of this movement in our environment. So starting laying down on the back, yeah, and then just adding some weight to you, whether it's a towel or a blanket or whatever. Right? Even if it's just your hands on your belly or your hips or your chest. Again, bear with me. I just have no voice anymore. This is just what it's like now. So, alrighty, let's get some music. So as you lay there with your blanket on top, and I don't know if any of you have, this is not really a yoga thing, but I got a weighted blanket as a gift one year. Like someone just knew my personality really well and got me like an anxiety blanket. And it has been a game changer. Fall asleep right away, stay asleep. It's been really helpful. All right, anyhow, enough about me. Let's dive in, yeah? So allowing the eyes to close. Then just start to observe and notice the breath as it floats in and out through the tip of the nose. Right? If you're dealing with allergies, like many people are right now, your breath may be a little bit different today or these last couple weeks. Than normal. Breath may not be flowing as freely. So just doing your best to invite in a deep breath and a long exhale. But if it's not really happening, the breath can be a little bit shorter. That's fine. And so noticing too what starts to arise when the body becomes still. And this is really like, this is what we do in our yin practice. When the body is still, the mind becomes very active for a lot of us. So observing and noticing what that looks like for you, right? If you lay down and you close your eyes and you're like settling in and okay, I'm going to be really comfortable here. And then the mind starts to get really active. Just observe the thoughts, right? So notice what's kind of laying in wait in your like mental, emotional peripheral, and just see what comes up. Right, and then we can kind of say to these thoughts that arise, okay, I see you. These are things to address, but we're gonna clear the mind. And this is, of course, much easier said than done, right? But we're going to take our awareness and our attention from all these thoughts in the mind, right? And we're gonna focus on the breath. So I'm gonna come and lay on the ground and join you guys. And then we'll go from there with our pranayama and meditation, right? Again, if you're just joining us, we're gonna lay on the back. Then you may add a little bit of weight with a blanket, wherever you might need it. Let's just give the legs a little shake. My flesh of the buttock moves down towards the heels. And then walking our shoulders gently in and underneath the chest. Palms can face up in a receiving action. Palms can face down in a grounding action, or they can rest on the hips or belly. And then watching the breath move in through the tip of the nose. Filling the belly, filling the chest. And as you exhale, feel these spaces drop down. So noticing how the breath feels. Our little brushing sensation of the breath on the back of the throat. And then listening to the sound of the breath. Right? Sounds like waves. I like to say it has an oceanic quality to it. It's going to be even kind of soothing to listen to. And then measuring the length of the breath. Right, inhaling for a count of 4 or 5, or your breath is moving really deeply today. Longer inhale, longer exhale. And then notice, right, when we're focusing on all these different aspects of the breath, how all the thoughts just seem to float away. And then I'd like you to start to think of the inhale like it's moving up the body. So from the toes, from the bottoms of the feet, up the legs, up the torso, the arms, the very tippy top crown of the head. And as we exhale, releasing the breath down and out. Feeling the breath, listening to the breath, evening out the pace of the breath, and now moving it in a specific direction. Inhales move up the body. Exhales, release down and out. And then attaching to the inhalations, anything you need to invite into your practice, anything you need to invite into your life, into your space, right? So we can inhale in, for example, a sense of calm, sense of perhaps compassion, right? Sense of grounding. It's going to be different for all of us. So inhaling in whatever shows up for you, right? None of it can be wrong. Just whatever words or feelings arise, what do I need? Invite that in with the inhalation. Right, take a few rounds of just focusing a little bit more on the inhale and what we do need. And then finding with the exhale that we can start to release things that we don't need. All right, so anything that's no longer serving us in a positive way, or perhaps never has. Can we release these feelings, these qualities, these things with the out breath? So releasing any anger, any fear, anxiety, stress, right? Anything that's not serving you, release it with the exhalation. Let it go. And then come back to that even pace of the breath. Perhaps finding that little brushing sensation once again. Even pace, right? Adding its name, Ujjayi Pranayam from here. With your next inhale, slowly reach the arms up and overhead. Nice big full body stretch, arms back, legs forward. And then as we exhale, we'll hug the knees into the chest. You can move your blanket off to the side for now. Squeeze the knees in towards the body. Give the legs a little hug, a little rock back and forth. Circle the legs around. Right. And we start to collect the information, right? All right, so how are my hips doing? How does my low back feel? If there's stuff going on with them, you'll probably feel it already here, right? Circle the legs in the other direction. And so we know where to be a little bit more mindful with our movement and a little bit more gentle, right? More conscious. So like injuries happen when we're not paying attention. That's part of the deal. So we want to be really mindful, really listen to the body, especially when there is a lot of movement going on in the environment, right? It's hard to pay attention. Let's take the feet to the floor. Shift the hips over to the right. Allow the left leg to stretch out long. Hug the right knee in towards the chest. Give it a nice little squeeze towards the body. And with your exhale, take the right leg across. Walk the left shoulder from under the chest. Allow the right shoulder to melt down. Use the weight of your left arm, your left hand on the thigh. Now your head can stay centered. If you've got a happy neck, you can turn the head over to the right. That will not be suitable for everyone, right? So if there's pulling or anything like that, Just keep the head center. Some of us will stay here. Some of us will bend this straight leg, so the left leg. Reach the right hand down, catch the top of the foot, and then gently press the thigh back as we draw the left heel towards the buttock. So adding in a stretch of the quads here. And again, just take a few rounds of breath. We're not in a rush today. More so than usual, we're not in a rush. We're leaning into what will help pacify and soothe and calm all this vata. And that's allowing ourselves to move gently, move slowly. Good. Release the left foot. Gently come back to center. Feet to the earth. Move the hips over to the left side of the mat. Let the right leg stretch out long. Hug the left knee in, take a breath. Exhale, leg over to the right. Walk the right shoulder from under the chest, right? So giving some space to the collarbones, giving some space to the upper back. Using the right hand on the left thigh to add a little bit of weight. Try to release through here. So what do I mean by that? We're probably gripping, if there's some tension, something around here, right? Maybe in the low belly, maybe in the low back, maybe in our gluteal muscles here. So can we use the exhale, soften through that space? Really small, right? But just trying to let it go a little bit. Maybe you stay here. Maybe we bend the bottom leg. Right knee, grab the foot, press the thigh back a little bit. Draw the heel towards the buttock. Breathe here. And then slowly release. Come back to center. Good. From here, take the feet to the floor. Feet about hips width distance apart. Feet are parallel. Right? Give a little press into the feet so you feel the frontal hip bones lift. Low back lengthens. Keep the left foot on the floor. Cross the right ankle over the left. Right, gently draw the toes back towards the right shin. Take your hands to the tops of your thighs, press the thighs away. Good, take a breath in here. Exhale, draw the left leg into the chest. Little rock from side to side to get some more space through the low back. And then pause with that left thigh gently lined up with the left shoulder. Right? Okay, we find this right hip, right thigh gently moving away from the body as we draw the left leg into the chest. All right, and then directing the breath down into the right hip. The prana moves in through the tip of the nose, down into the hip. Breathe. All right, noticing the parts of the back body that are connected with the earth, that are connected with the floor. Each point of contact, feeling the body supported, right? Feeling the body grounded. One more breath. Good. Release the hands, gently drop the legs over to the left. Take the left hand to the right inner thigh, press it away, reach the right arm up and overhead. Give it a nice little reach and press, breathe in. Good, and release back to center. Both feet to the floor once again. Center the hips on the mat. Gently press the feet down to feel the frontal hip bones lift. Feel the low back lengthen and widen. Breathe in. As you exhale, cross the left ankle, over the right thigh. All right, keep a little bit of pressure in that right foot on the floor, hands to the thighs, press it away. Breathe in. As you exhale, hands behind the right leg, give it a little rock back and forth to find some space along the low back. And then landing back at center, hug the right thigh towards the chest and breathe. All right, for me, this is for sure my side where I feel a lot more tension in the hip in this pose. All right, so I'm gonna really focus my breath to move down there, my inhales to invite in more space, my exhales to find a little bit more depth in the pose. Last breath in. I release the hands. From here, slowly drop the legs over to the right. Take the right hand to the left inner thigh, give it a press away, reach the left arm up and overhead. Breathe here. And then slowly come back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. But from here, extend both legs up towards the sky. Good. Arms can rest by the sides. Hold on to the sides of the mat, or you can support the outer hips a little bit here with the hands. Reach the heels up to the sky. Turn the inner thighs forward. Take a breath in. As we exhale, slowly lower the legs towards the floor. Hover, breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, slowly bring the legs back up. First one is not so bad. Breathe in at the top. Slowly, with the breath, lower legs all the way down. Hover, breathe in. Exhale, bring them back up. Nice and slow, using the whole breath. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale back up. Keep going like this. Engage through the belly as you exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, lower. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale back up. Few more like this. Inhale. Exhale, starting to feel that lower abdomen area waking up, hopefully, a little bit. Breathe in. Exhale back up. Inhale at the top, last one. Exhale to lower. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, slowly, legs back up. Good, hug the knees into the chest. Little rock from side to side. Take one arm overhead, gently roll to your side, and then slowly press yourself up. Make your way into a comfortable seated position. All right, from here, you can elevate the pelvis and sit on a blanket, folded blanket if you'd like. Do a little stretching of the neck. I've been bringing this into like, well, all day, every day, but especially in my practice and like throughout the day when I'm at work, doing these little neck stretches has been really helpful. So taking a position in the legs, whatever's comfortable for you, right? That may be Sukhasana, Tadasana, soles of the feet together, whatever's comfy here. And just let the hands rest on the thighs. And from here, gently let the chin drop down to the chest. So feel that stretch in your trapezius muscles here, right? From the neck all the way down into the upper back. And then we'll start with just a little semicircle movement of the head, dropping one ear over to the shoulder, back through center, and then over to the right. A couple times back and forth. You can align the breath with inhaling when the ear is towards the shoulder and use the exhale to drop the chin down. So each little semicircle, you should feel a little bit more give. And for some of you, maybe even feel the muscles down and the upper back moving a little, working, waking up. Good. And then bring the head back up, right? And then again, being really mindful and gentle, drop the head back. And then we're gonna do the same thing, little semicircle, but back and forth with the head back. I don't know about your neck, but my neck makes a lot of noise. And for me, for sure, doing it this way is a little bit less comfortable. There's a little bit more going on this way. And then if you're feeling it, all the way around. And then other direction. So, if you can do this with the eyes closed and you can kind of feel where some of the tension in the neck may originate. Like for some of us, it's really in the upper back, right? Good, and then come back to center. Drop the right ear over to the right shoulder, right hand to the side of the head, and just add a little bit of weight. Reach your left arm out to the side, and then make some little circles. And then other direction. This is all my therapeutic yoga teacher training stuff. Good, then let's move this arm back a little bit and then down, right? And then same thing, little circles. Another direction. And then release the arm down. Good, turn the chin to the chest. And then back up over to the other side. Are we all excited to come back to yoga at some point and have access to those therapy balls? Because I personally can't wait. All right, drop the ear to the shoulder, hand to the side of the head, just adding a little bit of pressure. Reach the opposite arm out, and then little circles. And then other direction. And then bring the arm back a little bit and then down. And again, circles. And other direction. And then release, head back to center, and then bring it up. Let's switch the cross of the legs, right? So either opposite shin or heel in front. Good. From here, take the arms behind the back, interlace the fingers, or you can hold on to a strap or like a kitchen towel. Widen across the chest. Right? Drop the chin to the chest. Move the interlace of the fingers down. And then from here, let the chin come to center. Turn the head over to the left. And then over to the right. 2 more each side. Really subtle, but turn the head over to the left. Keep the shoulders moving in, widening across the chest. Over to the other side. 1 more. And again. Good. Slowly come back, release the arms, roll the shoulders a few times. Taking eagle with the arms, Garudasana. Take the arms out in front of you, palms face up. At first, reach the arms away from you. It's like you could round through the upper back, like the arm is moving away from the shoulder socket. And then upper arms firm towards the shoulders, right? So upper back engages. Take one elbow under the other, weave them around one another, right? If this is not manageable in your shoulders or arms, you're gonna give yourself a little hug, right? And we're gonna breathe here. Squeezing the arms into one another, pressing the hands into one another, breathe. If it feels okay in the neck, you can turn the head from side to side a couple of times. Back to center. Release the arms. Roll the shoulders out. Second side, arms out in front of you, palms face up, firm the upper arms towards the shoulder, so upper arm bone moves in, and then take the opposite elbow underneath, or give yourself a little hug. Press the arms into one another, feel that nice big space, come across the upper back, and then turn the head from side to side. Slowly release. Good. Take the soles of the feet together. Back a little bit. Soles of the feet together, knees apart, little diamond shape with the legs. Inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, draw the hands down through the heart space. 2 more like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale up. From here, exhale, fold forward. The fingertips find the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Let's do 5 breaths here. Okay, Slowly start to press yourself up. Let's make our way onto the hands and knees. You may want to keep a blanket under the knees here, okay? Alrighty. So tabletop pose from here. Knees under the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. As we inhale, let the heart move forward, spreading the fingers out wide, a little bit more weight in the inner part of the hand. As we exhale, curl the tailbone down, draw the belly in, press the earth away, drop the head. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale, round. One more. Exhale. Find a flat back. From here, slide the right toes back behind you, curl them under, press through that heel, stretch the back of the calf. You can bounce a little, that feels good. You can just reach it back. You may want to curl these left toes under from here to help us balance. We're going to shift it forward, hip over the left knee, and then pivot the right heel down to the floor. Walk the left hand forward a smidge and out to the left just a tiny bit. Firm the left hip in and then take the right hand to the right hip. Okay, find a little spot to focus on to help you balance. Some of you may be perfectly happy with just the shin on the floor. Some of you may want the toes curled under. So I can already tell today my balance is like maybe not gonna happen, but that's fine. It's always a lesson. Draw the frontal hip bones up. From here, float the right leg to the height of the hip. All right, now press down actively into that left hand so we're not just like crowding that shoulder and neck, right? Nice and open. And then from here, maybe we can float the right arm up. Some of us will stay here. Some of you may want to start to bend the right knee, reach the leg back, reach the right arm back, and catch the top of the foot. The shoulder blades firm into the upper back, inner right knee, inner right thigh, reaching back. Good, breathe. And then slowly release. Good. From here, hand to the floor, square the hips off. From here, exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest, round it out. Inhale, up and back, reach. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, back. Exhale, in. Two more like this. Just knee to the belly, knee to the chest. Don't overthink it. Round it out. Inhale. And then drop the knee to the floor. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round it out. Good, find a nice flat back. And from here, slide your left toes back. Curl them under. Give them a little bounce or a little reach back of that heel to stretch the calf muscle. Good. Now from here, right toes can stay curled under, or the shin can press down into the floor. Pivot the left heel down to the ground. Give yourself a little bit of extra space with this right hand. Left hand comes to the hip. Frontal hip bones lift, so engage through the low belly. And then from here, float the left leg up. Finding a little spot to focus on to help you balance, right? So keeping your spot. Breathe. Maybe some of you will reach the top arm up. Breathe here. Maybe we start to reach the top leg back, reach the top arm back, out to the foot. Lengthen from the inner left thigh away from the body. Press down into the right hand. So rooting down to rise back up. Breathe. Good. Slowly release. Hand and knee to the floor. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round it out. Let's take a child's pose from here, toes together, knees wide. Sink the hips back and down towards the heels. Arms out long. Spread the fingers wide. Walk the hands over to the left side of the mat. Right hand over the left hand. Breathe through the right side body. And then over to the right. Left hand over the right hand. And then back to center. Good. From here, if you have the mat or the blanket guy on the mat, you can keep it there. We're going to do some moon salutations in a minute, so you may want it for the knees. Hands a little bit in front of the shoulders, curl the toes under, spread the fingers wide. Press down a little bit more into the base of your index finger, the base of your thumb. Turn your upper inner arms forward and then lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal the heels, bend the right knee, bend the left knee. Back and forth. And then from here, lift and lower the heels a couple of times. Next time you're high onto the balls of the feet, drop the heels from side to side. Good. From here, rock the chest forward, plank. Drop the knees down to the floor. Good. From here, keep your toes curled under. We're gonna rock the chest forward, keep the hips high. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Right, firm the upper arms in. From here, slide it forward, cobra. Exhale, curl the toes under, lift it up and back, down dog. Hold here for 5 breaths. Right? So the knees, chest, chin is like what we take for our moon salutation instead of our chaturanga. So it's a little funny if you're not familiar with it, right? 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen through the spine, heart forward. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Keep the hands at the chest, feel the inner thighs gently turning back. Chandra Namaskar. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Find a little bend in the upper back, doesn't have to be big. Exhale, draw the hands down through the heart space, fold it in. Inhale, half lift. From here, step the right foot back. Drop the right knee down to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Frame the left foot, press the right thigh up, step the left foot back. Drop the knees down to the floor. All right, spread the fingers wide, rock the chest forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Slide it forward, Bhujangasana. Curl the toes under, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Float the left leg to the height of the hip. Maybe a tiny little bit higher. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest, step the foot between the hands. Let the right leg follow to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up with the palms, find one another at the top. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, half lift. Step the left leg back. Drop the left knee down to the floor. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hands down, press the left thigh up. Step the right foot back. Knees to the earth. Rock the chest forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Slide it forward, Bhujangasana. Curl the toes under. Hips up and back, down. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest, step the right foot between the hands. Allow the left leg to follow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to do that a couple more times, but we're going to add on different things. So I'd like to do this next round with crescent lunge instead of our low lunge, just as a heads up, okay? Hands to the heart space. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. From here again, step the right foot back. Keep the right knee lifted. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it back. Knees, chest, chin. Slide it forward, Bhujangasana. Curl the toes under, hips up and back, down. Inhale, float left leg up. Exhale, knee to the chest, step the foot between the hands. Let the right leg follow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it out in a Virabhasana. Palms find one another. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. From here, step the left foot back. Keep the knee lifted. Inhale, sweep it up. Crescent lunge, breathe in. Good, exhale, hands to the floor. Step it back, plank. Knees down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. float right leg. Exhale, knee to chest. Step the right foot between the hands. Let the left leg follow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a breath here. Again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Step the right foot back. Now here, pivot the right heel down to the floor. Line the feet up, heel to heel. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it back. Knees, chest, chin. This time, if you'd like to come up into an upward facing dog instead of your cobra, you're welcome to. Exhale, hips up and back. Additional breath here. Exhale, releasing down and out. Float the left leg. Exhale, knee to the chest. Step the foot between the hands. Right leg is gonna follow. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it out. Exhale, hands to the heart. And inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale, half. From here, step the left leg back. Drop the heel down, heel to heel aligned. Anchor through the back leg. Inhale, sweep it up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step it back. Plank. All right, knees, chest, chin. Maybe coming through, sliding through an upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Pause here. Spread the fingers wide. Feel the upper inner arms gently turning up. Shoulders down. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Give a generous bend to your knees, hang it down. And slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. All right, so we'll move the blanket off to the side for now. If you have a block, you may want it, right? Well, let's start here. We'll take a wide step on the mat. And let's place our block behind our right ankle. Okay? So nice and wide. Fix your pants, you know, on the back. Good, hands to the hips. Bend the right knee, turn the toes out. Pick up the back heel, drop it back. So little angle on the back foot, front heel to back arch aligned. Now notice, if you're like me, it all goes into the low back here, right? So we gotta lift this frontal hip bone, lift the low belly, right? And then press through the back thigh. Stick up, arms into a T. Now can we start to draw this front hip back just a little bit, but keep lifting the frontal hip bone. Good. Okay, so we're in our triangle, upward triangle. Now from here, we're gonna draw this right hip back, lift the left hip up, and then reach our right arm forward. When we cannot reach or get any longer, then we let the right hand come down and find the block, the floor, maybe the shin, right, if that's in your practice. But I like to use a block. It gives me a lot more space, right? Because even when you have the mobility to get down, we kind of lose the integrity of some of the alignment. So give yourself some room. Good. Now as this right hip draws back, left thigh presses back, length through the torso, then we can start to turn these right ribs to the left ribs. Soften the shoulders, away from the ears, right? And turn the biceps. Your head could turn down, your head can turn this way, your head can turn up towards the hands if that's okay in your neck. Breathe. Two more breaths. Now from here, we're going to take the top hand to the hip. Everything is going to stay the same. We're just going to turn the head down to the floor. Start to bend the right knee in line with the second and third toe. Step your block or your hand forward, so it's just kind of in front of that right pinky toe. And then we're going to hop the back foot in and pause. Firm the right hip in a little bit more, engage through the belly, and then from here, we're going to float up into our full Ardha Chandrasana. So just like when we were on the hands and knees, right? And then maybe this top arm comes up. So more important here, finding that little spot to focus on to help you balance. Lift through the low belly, lengthen through the low back, reach away, and all these points of energy, right? Hands, feet, front of the head. Maybe you stay here, maybe you reach the top hand back, catch the top of the foot, widen across the chest. Slowly release. Bend the knee, step it back, right back into our triangle pose. Engage through the belly, anchor through that back leg, come all the way up. Reverse triangle. Get your back. Good. Back to center. Hands to the hips, bend the knee, turn the toes in. Switch your little block friend to the other side of the mat, behind the left ankle. Hands to the hips. All right, bend the left knee, turn the toes out. Pick up the back heel, reach it back. Right? Notice what happens, right? We just kind of lose all connection. So lift that little frontal hip bone, lift the low belly, start to draw left hip back as you press the right thigh back. Arms into a T. Good. From here, left hip drops back, right hip starts to lift as we reach and reach and reach and reach and reach and reach and reach, lengthen, and then it's just the arms tilting, right? Once you've reached this far, then it's just the arm dropping down. Good. Draw the hip back. Engage and turn the chest up. Beautiful. Now again, head can turn down towards the toes, right? That's more comfortable in your neck. Head can stay centered, or maybe turns up past the hand. Maybe you stay here. Back. And can you feel these left ribs moving now towards the right ribs? Two more breaths. From here, turn the gaze down. Everything else stays the same. We're just gonna drop this hand to the hip. Start to bend the left knee in line with the second and third toe. You're gonna step your block friend or your fingertips forward, and we're gonna hop the back foot in. Pause, right? Firm the left hip in, engage the belly, and then from here, we'll float up. Good, engage the core. Lengthen the tailbone down towards that right heel. And then from here, perhaps, the right hand can float up. Okay, breathe. Maybe the top knee bends. You reach the right hand back. Catch it. From here, release the foot. We're going to step it right back into our triangle. Breathe. Engage in the belly, anchor through the back leg, come up. Reverse. Good, exhale. Good. Move your block off to the side. Turn the toes in. Widen across the chest. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Take a wide leg downward facing dog. Curl the hands out. Spread the fingers wide. Drop the chest down. And slowly walk yourself back. Hands to the hips, come all the way back up to standing. But turn your heels in slightly. We'll step back a little bit. Right? Feet are gonna stay wide, a little bit shorter stance. Right? And then from here, slide it down, big squat. Just rock from side to side. Pause in the middle. Take the arms out in front of you, palms facing up. Right? Take one elbow under the other, weave the arms around one another, eagle arms, and you can sway. If swaying back and forth is not your thing today, you can stay static and hold and breathe. Slowly release the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, slide the hands down, back and forth. Pause at the center. Strong belly, strong legs. Reach the arms out in front of you. Right? Now, opposite arm underneath. Weave the arms around one another. Garudasana. If you can move back and forth, awesome. If you want to stay still, also great. Breathe here. Release, inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And hands down to the thighs. Breathe in. Exhale, drop the shoulder down. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale back. Sweep it up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take the hands to the hips. Step the feet in. Feet about hips width distance apart. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, half lift. Loop the index, middle finger, and thumb around the big toe. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. 5 breaths here, Padidustasana. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Release the arms, bend the knees, gently roll up to standing. All right, walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, fold it. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step the feet back. Like, inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower to the belly. From here, make a little pillow with your hands. And then draw the right knee towards the right elbow. Take 5 breaths here down into the low belly. Slide the right leg back. And then over to the other side. Left knee to the left elbow. And gently back to center. Take the hands by the low ribs. Take it back into a child's pose, knees together. Let the arms come alongside the body. And from here, we'll slowly make our way into a seated position. And maybe sitting on a blanket if you'd like. All right, let's take a forward fold. So this can be, again, you can take Sukhasana. You can take like a Sedasana, heel in front of heel. You could take a half lotus. You could take double pigeon, right? So whatever's calling to you today. Maybe a block close by. Good. Inhale. Hips nice and heavy. Walk it forward and fold. And slowly start to press yourself up. And switch to the other side. Opposite shin, ankle, lotus, pigeon. And exhale to fold. Slowly start to press yourself back up. All right, let's make our way onto the back from here. And as you arrive, go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. Give a little rock from side to side. We'll rock back and forth, maybe circle the legs a little bit. Let's take the arms into a T and drop the legs to the left. And slowly come back to center. And drop the legs to the right. Come back to center. Hug the knees to the chest. Let's take a happy baby pose from here. Rock from side to side. And squeeze the knees into the chest. And release to our final resting pose. Shavasana. Gently deepen the flow of your breath. A little wiggle to your fingers and your toes. As you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze towards the body. And take the right arm up and overhead. Gently roll to your right side. Pause here for a moment. And then slowly, mindfully make your way into a comfortable seated position. Allow the hands to come and rest at the heart space. As you inhale, feel the chest lift. As you exhale, gently bow the head. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Good work. Nice that you're all. I think hopefully in the next few weeks we'll be able to start actually seeing each other in person. I'm pretty sure. So that's exciting. You guys are ready to leave your house.
Thanks, Jen. Yeah, look forward to that in studio.
Yeah, I feel like it's so weird. I feel like I've been the only person here. It's like a time capsule. Like every time I come in, nothing has moved at all. And I know other people are here during the at times, but there's no sign of them at all.
Yeah.
So yeah,
times.
We'll see each other soon.
Yeah, it's good to see everybody.
Yeah. All right, guys, have a beautiful day.
You
too. Bye.
Bye.